Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Jackson on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. That's caught left side by the tight end, Boyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The result, a 1st down, as a quick slant gets him 14. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set, back. To Pittsburgh. Check with the 9. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing a little low. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson flush to his right. On the shuffle pass, and it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check any weapon.
Now it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready, ready. Here we go. Double time. 3 down.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
48 for Mike. It's our time. It's our time. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. They'll run here with Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Second and goal from the 1.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw is Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big run there by Freeman, and even 50 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Slam.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Freeman again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 41, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
51, sub! 61, match box, flight.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7. First down, Falcons.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on, come get some.
They run. Devontae Freeman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
And that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful of not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now it's Jackson, flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Freeman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So time runs out. It's a victory.